I'm getting attacked in my comments section because his fans don't like the truth. The anti-Blake content creators are reporting that Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni for $650 million, yet every single news media outlet is reporting that she's suing him for $160 million. Let's check out some of the headlines, shall we? $161 million. Over $160 million in damages. $161 million in damages. Even TMZ's getting it right. Hey Justin, you owe me $161 million for allegedly smearing me. Variety even posted a full breakdown of the damages, but again, $161 million in damages. And the reason is because that's exactly what she's asking for. She is suing for $160 million in damages. And Justin Baldoni sued Blake Lively for $400 million, about half of what she's asking for. Here's what's now happening. People are coming into my comments section saying that I don't have my facts straight and that she's suing for $650 million because she's asking for treble damages as well as attorney fees, etc. And they're adding it all up to say that she's suing for that giant amount. However, he was suing for the same things, but nobody added in those extra costs when they said he was suing her for $400 million. Here's exactly what Blake is asking for. The very first one, economic damages. It says lost earnings in an amount of not less than $56 million subject to expert testimony. Lost profits in an amount of approximately $71 million subject again to expert testimony. The next box, non-economic damages. She's asking for pain and suffering, physical pain and humiliation from $250,000 to $400,000. Reputational harm in an amount of approximately $34 million, subject to expert testimony. The next one, punitive damages. Damages in the amount not less than 3 times the amount of Miss Lively's actual damages. The reason she can ask for this, it's called treble damages, and it's because Justin Baldoni tried to sue her when she had a protected claim in place. So she's able to ask for treble damages. He was not. The last one, attorney fees and costs. All attorney fees and costs incurred by Miss Lively. So when you add up those known totals, it comes to around $160 million. It's not including any of the punitive damages or the attorney fees, etc., because we don't know what those totals are going to be, so they don't get included in this. Justin Baldoni did the exact same thing in his now dismissed lawsuit. He was asking for $400 million, double what Blake Lively was asking for, and then all of these extras. He was asking for an award of money judgment for mental pain and anguish and severe and serious emotional distress as applicable in an amount to be proven at trial. For pre and post judgment interest, for punitive damages according to proof, for attorney fees and costs incurred by plaintiffs, for such other legal and equitable relief as the court deems appropriate. Yet nobody included all of these amounts in his $400 million lawsuit because you don't. You list the amount specifically that they're asking for, and the rest is totaled at court, and you can give the full amount. So yes, Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni for $160 million, and Justin Baldoni tried to sue Blake Lively for $400 million. He also tried to sue the New York Times for $250 million, still more than what Blake was asking for. You'll also notice in the form I just showed you for Justin Baldoni, he didn't break down why he was asking for $400 million. Blake does. She had experts analyze all of her wages, her company's earnings, etc. And she's asking for past losses and future losses. And she writes the breakdown in here. She also included reputational harm in here, asking for $34 million, saying that the company she hired to go through the internet and social media to see all of the negative comments about her found 65 million impressions about Blake Lively. And pretty much all of them came after the premiere of It Ends With Us. And yes, we know this because, again, Blake Lively hired a company to go through the internet and social media and record all of the hits against her reputation that she's had over the last few years. And if you notice, this is when it really started. That is when It Ends With Us was released. And for all the people in my comments saying, Blake's always been hated, this had nothing to do with Justin Baldoni. Wrong. Look at this graph. This is June of 2024. Yes, she had some negative hits once in a while, but the majority was all positive. However, you'll notice it slowly gets worse. And guess who was hired right around this time? Jed Wallace, the internet hitman, as well as Melissa Nathan, the crisis management. And they were hired by Justin Baldoni's team at this time. And look what happened to Blake's reputation. So perhaps take a look at the people you're following if they're trying to tell you that Blake Lively is suing Justin Baldoni for $650 million, because it's wrong. Completely wrong. She is suing him for $160 million, just like he sued her for $400 million. Neither of them had their damages or attorney fees or anything else included in this amount, because it doesn't happen until after court when everything is settled and totaled. And Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and his $250 million lawsuit against New York Times were tossed. The judge dismissed them, threw them out, and said all of the accusations against her were false. It was lacking evidence, and the things he was accusing of her were not true. Two of the things he was trying to sue her for had to do with contracts, and the judge basically said, you didn't provide the contracts. If you want to take these back, refile it, including the signed contracts, I'll look at it again. And he had up until last week to do that. He didn't refile. So the judge sent it to final judgment, meaning it's gone now as well, and it's been dismissed. So yes, Blake Lively is in fact suing Justin Baldoni for $160 million. And Justin Baldoni tried to sue Blake Lively for $400 million. If you want to say that she is suing him for $650 million, then you need to go back and add in all of the extras that Justin Baldoni was going after and include that in his $400 million lawsuit as well. Because I guarantee you, his would total well over $650 million if you want to play that game.